Dear lovers of literature, 10 years back I had penned down this blog. The famous novel Gone with the Wind that created amazing world records is completing 85 years since it published in June 1936 after rigorous writing of 1,000 pages of it for 10 years. The 5-year statistics since its publication provides very interesting data. On first day, 50,000 copies were sold. In first year, 15 lakhs. And in first 5 years, approximately 38 lakh copies were sold. Until today, the novel is in demand in war study circles and the like-minded readers. The novel got translated into 18 prominent world languages. In German language alone, 5 lakh copies were lifted during the war period. The novel was also translated in Braille language for blinds. The sale of paper binding edition during the last 85 years must have touched the huge figure in crores. 3 years after its publication, the movie with the same name was released, creating a storm with the moviegoers. The movie was adjudged as one of the best war movies ever. The literary awards showered on the novel and its author speaks for its excellence and popularity. The ever-increasing popularity of the novel had its impact in making innumerable imposters claiming to be a Margaret Mitchell, the author of this novel. These fraud women went on even accepting the felicitation and money purses for quite some time. They even succeeded in giving fake interviews. Mr. Lantham, the official representative of Macmillan Book Company, first learned of this 10 years writing exercise that was going on in Atlanta City. Margaret led before those 1,000 scribbled pages before him. Mr. Lantham was taken aback seeing those handwritten script of the yearning strong novel. The first impression he gathered was disappointing. However, he counted on her patient involvement of a decade and more. He saw the potential and ultimately offered her $50,000 in advance. He dared, and the rest was history. The novel had the dictum of servitude, bondage, and provocative material truth in it. The novel begins with pages describing the core nature of Georgia. Encircled by a spread of thousands of acres red-brown land, turning deep red when plowed, and rivers with a steady flow, nowhere seen the coming of war clouds. The novel captured the fame for hair-raising description of fire in Atlanta City. The pages describing the mountainside's city fire remained the talk of the town for quite some time. Simply indescribable has been described. Only an inspired genius like Margaret could do that. The novel had the adequate sellable material like fruitful and futile love story of two couples, confrontation between black and whites. It contained episodes charting lovable, caring whites and in contrast, pathetic whites hating blacks. Margaret has beautifully worded the portrait of an aggressive, courageous heroine emerging out of hopelessly adverse circumstances. The sketch of heroine painted is complex, but that has appealed most to her readers. In a movie, Scarlett has been shown in deep and passionate love with her lover Ashley. She was shown equally passionate and possessive about her hereditary property. And this was well exhibited when Scarlett stakes her life to save the property from the tempest of war. All that material got bonded together to create that novel, A Butter of Fame. Metro Goldwyn, the movie maker company, was impressed by the hot, risky decision taken by Macmillan. The producer O. David instantaneously brought the rights from Margaret, and overnight, Margaret captured the curiosity of her readers. The history repeated. The leading roles of Clark Gable, Leslie Howard, Vivian Lee, and Olivia turned the movie into a golden booster. For movie watchers, Gone with the Wind is associated with the ever-inspiring tale of fight back and fight for love, and love for Maine in a life, and love for her motherland, Tara. Margaret received kudos and was showered with endless congratulatory letters and messages on release of a movie. So much so, she was ceased to lead a normal life by her crazy fans. Mob followed her in every felicitation. Over a period of time, she experienced the darker side of her fame. The end result? She went in isolation with a vow not to pen down anything in future life. A single novel that gave her awesome fame also took the toll of her health. One and the only novel authored by Margaret provided her all the fulfillments of life. The culmination of various conducive factors made Margaret write the unedited episodes of Gone with the Wind. Last episode, of course, was penned down well before the beginning. The penance went on for an inordinately longer time. The breaking news of the war novel being written with the marathon time created unmatched curiosity amongst the villagers. All kinds of stories on this marathon exercise were aired during that time. Margaret's personality was made up of all invisibles, like emotions, thoughts, and lot of intangibles. But her novel ever remained fresh and visible. Her writing recreated those emotions and her vision in the reader. The genius in her reflected in this literary creation. A long span of 85 years have elapsed since June 1936 for the so-called myth known as Margaret and Gone with the Wind. Unfortunately, Margaret hardly could prevail upon the throne of fame and money. With unhealthy state of mind, she accidentally met with the death. She was only 49 when death claimed her.